just released overnight from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation has found 1 in 6 young people across the United States is now considered obese.
That's 16.2% compared to 15.5% in 2019. Meg Shaw joins us live now with more on what's behind the rise, Meg, and how local schools are already addressing the issue this week.
Yeah, when it comes to this rise in obesity rates, public health officials say that the pandemic and structural racism are 2 leading causes to these rates. Now, they say that because kids are back in school, they are getting healthier lunches, and now they're learning how to make them for their families as part of National School Lunch Week.
A new childhood obesity report out today finds that more than 17% of 10 to 17-year-olds in our state are obese, a trend that's been on the rise in Ohio since 2017. That report says kids of color and youth from households with low incomes are experiencing higher obesity rates.
I think, COVID created not only an education gap when we lost the ability to educate kids in brick and mortar, there's a nutrition gap we're seeing.
Maureen Pisonic is a local registered and licensed dietitian.
What we fuel our bodies with really makes a difference between our academic performances.
She's also the founder of a local nutrition consulting firm called Pisonic Partners, which supports local school lunch and breakfast programs, trains school staff on how to create healthy menus, and creates nutrition education programs and videos for kids and their families.
Obviously, the conversation starts at home.
She's a mother herself with a picky eater. One tip, she says, is to talk about lunch ahead of time to avoid anxiety.
And so we talk a lot about looking at the school menu that has a diverse choice for her. And we talk proactively about making that choice. And then we talk about how important it is that you'll be hungry by the end of the day if you don't select that fruit and vegetable choice.
Pisonic believes it's also important as a parent to model the same eating habits, and your kids will likely follow.
Part of it is engaging the parent, right? And helping them understand that we are partners in not only educating, but nourishing their kids.
So how do we address the growing problem? Well, the report recommends universal school meals, increasing funding for WIC, permanently expanding the child tax credit, and closing the Medicaid coverage gap.
I would encourage people that have the ability to advocate for continued support, funding, and legislation to make these a reality, specifically in our inner city schools.
All right, so we're going to be putting a link to the full report on our News 5 app and our website. In the meantime, other factors that are driving up these increased obesity rates is the disruption in the food supply chain. Coming up within the hour, we're going to explain how local school districts are addressing that problem, and we are going to give out some healthy substitutions that you can make at home that will also save you some money with those picky eaters. For now, live in Cleveland, I'm Meg Shaw, News 5.